look, look how sexy my wifey is. All right. So, don't be crying.
Well, that's their freedom.
She's so scared of making videos. It's the truth.
Oh, yeah, I'm nervous about making videos.
Yes. So she said it's her last day of freedom because she says people are going to target her
because of videos.
After she makes content about her thoughts, which are immensely valuable.
Videos. Yeah, that's videos.
So yesterday we had a very intense, stimulating conversation, and I think there's a lot of us men that don't have models of what men are, and so I wanted to create a video to describe something that's a hard thing to quantify.
I don't like this angle.
Focus. So I was complaining about God not giving me everything in a bag of chips, basically. And he has the power to do that in 2 seconds flat. And so, you know, I was kind of going into a woe is me type situation. And, you know, it was a vulnerable state. I was really, like, pissed off at God. And there are times where it is appropriate to be pissed off at God because he's a person. And you have feelings about a person you care about. And so I wanted to ask you, Stacy, where's the line of where you see that as valuable versus this dude is just an ass face?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does it go too far? Could you help define that as a man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At first I was thinking, I don't know how to answer that question. Then immediately I was like, I have the answer to that question. And just in my perspective, what I'm thinking it is when it becomes more about the other person than about themselves. So I actually appreciated your vulnerability yesterday and being a safe space for that. And being, I would say, the second space, because God is the first space, right? For all of us. That you trusted me enough to be the second space for that. Because you were able to express how you were feeling about what was happening in your world. And you weren't doing the, like, it's everybody else's fault in a way, you know? You were just like, okay, this is what's not working. This is what's really frustrating me. There was passion behind it. But I can feel the sincerity. That is when it's cool. I think when they're pointing a set of fingers at, oh, it's everybody else's fault. Like, it's your fault because you left a tomato on the counter and da-da-da. You're like, okay. But yeah, that's my answer.
And it probably helped that, I guess, a week before I made a video talking about all the things I could have done better too, right? So there's ownership also that's a part.
Yeah, probably what helped is that it was semi-public. Because you're not going to make a fool of yourself in public. Even though the music was loud and nobody could really hear what anybody... I didn't even hear what the people behind us were saying, so...
What? I'm talking about last week's video. You talking about something else?
I'm talking about what happened yesterday.
Oh, you're talking about at the restaurant when I was going through my thing.
Yeah, I saw last week's video, y'all. I saw it.
Yeah, in all your free time, you saw it. Okay, yeah, yesterday. So, yeah, it wasn't like I was yelling or anything like that, but I was still getting pretty riled up. But it wasn't directed at her. So, yeah, that defines a man also, is like being able to be comfortable with your emotions too, and not being like, well, I gotta be a robot right now, because that's what is defined as strong, is to be like, input, not good, output, shut up.
Yeah, and that's a great point, I think, that you brought up, though, because I think a lot of, especially more modern men, and even before, and the people, I would say more modern men and the men that raised them or that were around, because some of them didn't get raised. But anyway, it's so easy to be input output type because that's what's thought of to be cool. And so being able to have that transition at a time where honestly foundations that are already been set, can feel there are a lot of emotions with that, right? Because part of you probably feels like, should I already have this crap figured out? Then the other part is like, I don't even know what to figure out or how to figure it out. And then, yeah, that's it, y'all. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think it's important to be as real and raw as human as possible. Especially when you're keeping it with you, like what you're frustrated with when you try to have the toxic way, or I hate the word toxic, but for the sake of conversation, the way of releasing emotions that really start to impact and infect other people, especially people that are not really involved in this situation. That's when it becomes a little bit messy. I like the word messy more so than toxic per se. I think we overuse that word.
Yeah. And so we basically, in summary, covered the things offensively to do, and then defensively to do a little bit there. In that, I don't even know how to summarize what I just said. I guess focus on you, like Stacy said, and the stuff you're going through, not being like pointing fingers. In some cases, like if your boss is treating you like garbage, I mean, that might be a finger pointing scenario, but that's not justification to come back home and, yell at your wife or something like that. And then also own what you're going to do next out of your boss treating you like garbage. What's the next move? So yeah, a lot of high stress out there. Hopefully the sort of stuff that nobody talks about will be some guidance for you. The models that we, like Stacey said, just happen to come across, not actually intentionally parenting, is setting us up for what we're seeing in society right now. And so we got to be more, put out more identifiers of what's healthy.
I love what he said, and I would just add one little piece. Oh, were you finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
I just want to make sure he was finished. I can do that sometimes. One little last thought I wanted to add to the summary was that I forgot. Oh wait, I remember now. Is that it's always your choice, no matter how much it feels like it's not your choice or it's messy. You feel like it's completely out of control. There's always an element of choice in there. And even if it's a choice in saying that I made a mistake, the beautiful thing is that you're still living, still breathing, and you can choose to do something different. Whereas if it's completely outside of your control, I mean, it may feel nice to point fingers and to feel more like the victim, but you really lost your power in that situation to me. So I would say if you have a choice to choose and it's actually truly aligned that there is a role you play, which more than likely there is a role we all play, in it, because it's called human and life and nobody's perfect. That is actually a power move to own that, take personal responsibility and do something different.
Amen to that. So that's a good wrap up. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and we'll be also doing movie review videos too. So
no, he didn't do that. That was not what he talked about. Okay,
we can do that too.
Ooh, I want to talk about the one, The Housemaid we just saw.
Oh, yeah.
We got to do that one first.
Indeed.